The 48 Laws of Power. Comprehensive Summary. Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is a masterclass in power dynamics, influence, and strategy, drawing from thousands of years of history. Each law is based on real-life examples of rulers, generals, politicians, and con artists who used or failed to use these principles. Each law teaches you how to gain power, maintain it, defend against manipulation, and navigate competitive environments. Mawaf, establishing power and influence, how to gain control in any situation. 1. Never outshine the master. Make your superiors feel secure and important. If you appear too talented, they may become jealous and undermine you. Example: Nicolas Fouquet, a minister under King Louis XIV, threw an extravagant party to impress the king. Instead, Louis XIV felt threatened and imprisoned him for life. Practical use. Subtly highlight your boss's strengths while advancing your own position. 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends are unpredictable. They may betray out of jealousy. Former enemies have more incentive to stay loyal to prove themselves. Example: Michael III of Byzantium trusted his friend Basil and promoted him. Basil murdered him and took his throne. Practical use. Use merit, not personal loyalty, when choosing allies. 3. Conceal your intentions. Keep people guessing about your true motives. If others know your plans, they can sabotage you. Example: Otto von Bismarck used deception to manipulate European leaders into uniting Germany under Prussian rule. Practical use. Misdirect competitors while secretly working toward your goals. 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Silence makes you seem mysterious and powerful. Example: Louis XIV mastered the art of saying little, forcing others to reveal their thoughts first. Practical use. Listen more, speak strategically, and let others underestimate you. 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation precedes you. A strong one intimidates enemies. Protect it at all costs and destroy your rivals' reputations if necessary. Example: Julius Caesar used propaganda to make himself appear invincible. Practical use. Control your public image carefully. 6th, court attention at all costs. Being noticed equals power. Negative attention is better than being ignored. Example: P.T. Barnum used outrageous stunts to attract publicity. Practical use. Create a unique persona that draws interest. 7. Let others do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use other people's skills, then take the spotlight. Example: Thomas Edison built his name off inventions his employees created. Practical use. Delegate, but make sure you get the recognition. 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait, if necessary. Those who chase appear needy and weak. Instead, lure others into your territory. Example: Genghis Khan let enemies believe they were winning, only to trap and annihilate them. Practical use. Set up situations where people need you. Tsaru. Strengthening and defending power. How to avoid being manipulated and protect your position. 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. People rarely change their minds with words. Show, don't tell. Example: Galileo proved his theories through visual demonstrations, not debates. Practical use. Use evidence and actions, not just words, to persuade. 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Negativity is contagious. Stay away from drainers and complainers. Example: Lola Montez brought down everyone around her with scandals. Practical use. Surround yourself with winners and optimists. 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. The more people rely on you, the harder it is for them to betray you. Example: the Medici family made their allies financially dependent on them. Practical use. Make yourself indispensable in your workplace. 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A small, unexpected act of kindness can make people trust you. Once they do, you can manipulate them. Example: Al Capone appeared generous to gain public sympathy. Practical use: be strategically generous to disarm people. Third, mastering social and political strategy, how to influence people and avoid backlash. 15. Crush your enemy. Totally, a wounded enemy seeks revenge. Destroy them completely or let them be. Example: the Roman Empire crushed Carthage so it could never rise again. Practical use: if you start a war, finish it completely. 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Scarcity creates value. If you're too available, people take you for granted. Example: Coco Chanel made her brand exclusive by limiting supply. Practical use: withdraw strategically to make others miss you. 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Staying connected to networks keeps you informed. Example: the Ottoman sultans isolated themselves and became weak rulers. Practical use: build strong alliances. Fourth, long-term domination and legacy, how to maintain power over time. 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Fools reveal their weaknesses when they think they're superior. Example: Socrates played dumb to expose others' ignorance. Practical use: let others underestimate you before striking. 28. Enter action with boldness. Hesitation breeds failure. Example: Julius Caesar took decisive action by crossing the Rubicon, sparking his rise to power. Practical use: act decisively and confidently. 48. Assume formlessness. Adaptability is the ultimate power. Example: the Mongols succeeded because they adapted to new strategies. Practical use: stay flexible and unpredictable. Final thoughts. Power is not about brute strength. It's about strategy and perception. These laws apply to business, politics, and daily life.